Hello, this is Allison Church, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Do any of you remember, respectively, the first time when you were as proud as a peacock to actually go out and show the world who you are and who you became? The first insult you ever got. With me, it was when I was, ironically enough, shopping for makeup for the first time openly as a woman, and not having to look over my shoulder and see if there was relatives there or not, because I already reached the point in my transition that the relatives that were going to stay with me stayed with me, and the other ones either never returned my messages or could have died. But yeah, I remember mine. It was three teenage girls on the cusp of adulthood. And I don't know why people do this, but they whispered just loud enough for me to hear what they were saying. I remember the words, and they have been burned in my mind till the day I die. They looked and said, "Oh my God, would you look at that freak of nature? She's so old. She is so ugly. Who would want to date that?" Yeah, it hurt. It hurt. And I don't know why people do this, but in the real world, you don't turn around and start arguing with someone who insulted you unless you have an arrest record or want an arrest record. Because believe me, it took everything in the fiber of my being not to do that. It went through so much pain and agony. Anyone who's gone through an SRS knows what I'm talking about. I turned around and I looked at him dead in the eye. I didn't blink. And I waited. Two of them looked like they had a twinge of embarrassment because they realized that I heard every word they said. The other one was, well, beautiful enough to not give a shit. And I just walked away, and I did not go out and look for makeup again until maybe 2 years later. I spent most of that time buying it on Amazon because it was simpler. But then I came to an epiphany that told me that their racism slash bigotry was stealing a very important, very special part of my life from me. I remember the first time I bought eyeshadow. I remember the first time I bought lipstick. These are firsts that everybody in the world is entitled to, whether they're naturally born female, transgender like me, or cross-dressers, or whatever they want to do and be to stay happy. No one has the right to steal that moment from them with hate. And now I'm going through my last gauntlet of becoming who I am. These videos for the next couple days will be telling you about thoughts that I've had, fears that I've had, and also, wonderfully enough, about my FFS surgery that is happening on next Thursday, in 6 days, to be precise. And it's a long journey. It's a long, painful, agonizing, patience testing journey, and should not be belittled by short-sighted people or people who just are, I don't like using the word, but are just ignorant about gender dysphoria and how important something like this is. I'm not going to be perfect. I'm always going to have a deep voice. But then again, so did Jodie Foster. So does, thousands of other people who are internationally famous. And, nobody's perfect. Just be proud of who you are, what you've accomplished, what you've faced, and what you had to endure. If nobody understands those struggles, feel sorry for them, because, my friends, they haven't lived. You cannot go through life without hitting a few speed bumps. FFS surgery, 6 days. This is Allison Church, and this has been Allison Through the Looking Glass. So please, be kind, be tolerant, but above all, my dear, dear friends, be happy. I will talk to you later. Have a good day. Have a good night. God bless.